Alright, welcome to the channel. So let's talk blades, because that's what we're into. Today we're going to be featuring the Spyderco Endura 4. It's one of the knives I really like. I have many different variations of this knife. I can't give you the exact number, but I do have a few others that are slightly different, but the same model. It's one of Spyderco's well-recognized blades. It's one of the blades that I know I'm pretty familiar with. I really like it. But this is one that I always just had on me, and I just wanted to do a review on it because it's just one of those really good knives. If you're thinking about getting one, you should. Right now, the price tag on it's cheaper than what I'm used to seeing, so I got mine from Amazon. They got a pretty decent price on it. I think it's around about like 80 or 90 bucks right now. It's got the VG10 steel, half serrated. Half serrated means it's got teeth right along there. And it's pretty good. It's got that thumb hole, which Spyderco is well known for. It's one of their trademarks, and it's great as far as deployment. The handle, a lot of people don't really care much for it. It's plastic, and I know a lot of guys are like, I don't like plastic handles. And I can agree with that. I'm not a huge fan of plastic handles, but Spyderco does it right. They use the FRN, the fiberglass reinforced nylon. It is a great handle. Very light knife. I can tell you right now that it's just one of those carryable knives. You drop it in the pocket, you barely even know that it's there because it's just so light. So right there, Spyderco VG10. There's that Seki City, Japan. And yes, it does have a plastic handle, but if you look in there, and you can probably already see it, it's got the milled out steel liners in there, so it's good for stability, but it's also good for weight reduction, which is one of the high points. So it's not just the plastic handle, people. It is pretty durable. It is very durable for what it is. One thing I don't like, and I have to say this, is their pocket clip. I've had bad luck with different kinds of pocket clips, Kershaw pocket clips, these pocket clips, certain Gerber pocket clips. This one I actually had to remove the pocket clip and bend the lip down, so it's a little bit further down. If you were to see this knife when it was brand new, the lip of this would have been sticking up a little bit farther. And that's a recipe for a disaster if you're wearing any kinds of, if you're wearing slacks or if your pockets are at a weird angle. I mean, it's okay if you're wearing jeans, but that pocket clip, the Spyderco, anytime you buy a Spyderco knife that's under a certain price range, you're going to have to fix that pocket clip. If it's over a certain price range, I notice that their pocket clips are a little bit more sturdier, and I'll be able to point that out because I have other Spydercos that aren't just this Endura. So anyways, I want to show you guys how much it weighs because it is that dang good. So bust out the weight here. Alright, so and it comes in at 3.68 ounces. It's pretty light. Now let's see here. Let's compare it to a bigger knife. One that I have on me right now is the CRKT Seismic. One moment. I opened it up. Yeah, look at that. 6.45 ounces. This is a heavy, beefy knife. I'm going to do a separate video on this CRKT here. It's a great knife. Just big. Just really big. It's a 4-inch blade. Osate steel, I believe. But yeah, 3.66 and 3.67. All right, either way, it's under 4 ounces. Still pretty good. Now, the website that I've gone to for the information on this particular knife says that it is a 3.75-inch blade. I want to test that theory because I think it's a little bit longer than that. So let's go ahead and let's try to see where we're at on that. Right there. Yeah, you know what? I think they're on par to that, to be honest. I mean, if you go from right here, you practically almost have a 4-inch reach if you're counting the ricasso and where your finger would normally sit back here. That's still pretty good. Yeah, 3.75, yeah, that's almost a 4-inch blade. So you're carrying around a lot. Not a lot of people like big knives. This is a relatively big knife, but I own bigger knives. So this is actually... It's normal size for me. It's for typical stuff. If you're going to use it for tool usage, then sure, you know, it's a great knife. But it all depends on personal preference, to be honest. A lot of people don't like big knives, especially what I hear nowadays. I hear that people don't like huge knives. They go for like the smaller, pocket-friendly knives. This is pretty pocket-friendly as it is. Now here it is up against the Bird Caracara 2. And to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of the Bird. I don't know what it is. It could be the blade steel, because this is 8CR13 MOV steel. A smudge on there. The 8CR13 MOV. It's China. It's a solid knife. There's no blade play on it, even though this knife was probably like under 30 bucks when I got it. It was like 25 or 26 bucks when I got it. The handle material, I feel, is not the same as the FRN on this bad boy right here. Is it bad? I don't think so. I don't know. This is kind of, if you want to go cheaper, because this knife would cost you around about 80, 90 bucks for the Endura, then maybe the Bird Caracara 2 might be good for you. It's just a cheaper variation, excuse me. What I really like about this knife is that it is a back lock, not a liner lock, which is why the lock mechanism is right here in the back. I let the ricasso fall on my finger right here, is the unsharpened part of the blade, and then I ride the rest of the blade closed. I've done that for years. People thought I've cut myself, or they've seen me do that, and they're like, "Oh no, you alright?" And I'm fine. That's how you close this thing. It's a great knife. It is a great knife. Every time I get a new Endura or anything that has a very similar pocket clip and handle, I have to remove the pocket clip and modify it so that way it doesn't get stuck on stuff, because I've heard it getting stuck on stuff from other people. Now let's see. How thin is it? Yeah. Let's go check the calipers here. Okay, so 11.1. Ooh, sorry. 11.5. Which is it? 11.6. Okay, we'll just go 11.6, right? Let's bust out the big seismic here, which is much thicker. $15.7. So yeah, this is a huge difference. This is a humongo knife compared to this guy. Personal thoughts on this knife, I would have to say that this is one of the knives that if you're thinking about buying it, it's a good knife. Made by a respectable company that just knows how to make really good knives. I don't think I've ever gotten a Spyderco that I didn't like. This was one of the ones that's just, it's popular enough, it's well known, and it's under $100. And I don't normally buy a knife that's under $100 unless I'm, you know, needing something a little different or I'm trying to save a little bit of money. But if you want good quality, sometimes you got to pay good quality, you know. Either way, this is the Spyderco Endura 4. Thinking about getting it, I'm pretty sure you can get it on Amazon. They still have it. Blade HQ has it for around about like $80, $85, $87, something like that. Check it out, man. Thank you for your time. Have a good one.